The ruling NRM Party's parliamentary caucus is expected to convene on Tuesday at State House in Tebe to vote candidates to vie on its ticket for the Arusha-based East African Legislative Assembly, or EALA. But as the aspirants make their final pitch to rally support from members of parliament who are the voters, concerns have arisen on what guidelines will be followed during the primaries on Tuesday. A few hours to vote, the candidates don't have the guidelines on the election process. The NRM Electoral Commission is expected to hold a crisis meeting on Tuesday, a few hours before the NRM caucus sits to elect the party's EALA candidates. Key on the agenda will be deciding how many people NRM will nominate to contest in Parliament. Chairman of the NRM Electoral Commission, Dr. Tanga Odoi, told NTV that the caucus would vote on the basis of regions.
The first thing is that we shall pay respect to regions. We have 5 regions that express interest. That is Central Region, Eastern, Western, Northern, and Kampala. Once we get representation of the regions, we have already got 5 members. Now, within those regions, some of those representatives might be female. And if we get them, then we have representation by the female. And of course, we shall also get a PWD in 1 or 2 of them that will represent the people with disabilities. And of course, the other slot then will go to the youth.
But some members of parliament who spoke to NTV off-camera for fear of reprimand said regional representation could compromise quality. It's also not yet clear how many candidates NRM will send to EALA. Article 50 of the East African Community Treaty requires that EALA members represent as much as is feasible the various political parties represented in the National Assembly or Parliament, shades of opinion, gender and other special interest groups in that partner state. In the current EALA, whose term ends in June, NRM had 6 representatives, DP1, UPC1 and 1 independent. That was after leading opposition party FDC boycotted the 2012 elections, but now they are back in contention. This could affect NRM numbers. The effect of the Anita Mong ruling by the East African Court of Justice of 2013 enforced Article 50. It meant special interest groups like workers and people with disabilities will have to be represented. Speaker of Parliament Rebecca Kadaga said they will have to be catered for this time. Meanwhile, bribery allegations remain rife ahead of EALA nominations on 8th and 9th February and voting on 28th February in Parliament.
When you approach a member of Parliament, trying to explain as a young person you want to go to EALA, they'll ask you before you say anything, buy for me this, I need transport, I need airtime. And we can't imagine it's a shock for someone who is a minister, someone who is a member of Parliament asking you for transport or for airtime.
Sources told NTV that some EALA aspirants spend up to 7 million shillings a night when they host 20 to 30 members of Parliament. One aspirant has been accused of spending a mind-boggling 200 million shillings in 1 month. But others say MPs have not approached them for money.
To me, that is hearsay. I have heard it. I've heard about it. We've been warned about it. But since no one has approached me to ask me for money, I think it would be unfair if I put any kind of judgment on that. So I will not commit myself on that question.
We were cautioned not to use a lot of abusive language because we are all of us are aware of the same family. We were cautioned not to use a lot of commercializing these elections because we are the senior leaders of this country. So if the vice of bribing goes ahead, it would be very detrimental to our leadership.
So if I call you for a consultative meeting in a restaurant or in a hotel, me who have called, I have to foot the bill.
The youthful aspirants say the commercialization of politics disadvantages them since they don't have deep pockets. Members of the 10th Parliament form the EALA Electoral College, so this means even the candidates won't vote for themselves.
We want to bring out a culture where politics, where leadership it is for everyone, not only for the rich, not only for those who saved money.
Meanwhile, 5 aspirants on the NRM ticket have stepped down, leaving 38 contestants. Bolton Kabaya, Chizitomas Tula, Cosmas Pusima, Abdubia Katonda and Michael Katonji quit after President Yoweri Museveni, who is the NRM chairman, talked to them. Shiran Wuchiri, NTV Parliament.